Now we'll go to Cami to talk about the devastating tornado and heat wave that has just struck the Mojave Desert.
Thank you. It's a Sunday, January 14th, and the largest tornado and heat wave has stormed through the desert, destroying almost everything in its path. We interviewed some of the organisms that survived these disasters. However, they may not survive the after effects. The prickly pear cactus says that the heat wave, quote, caused me to have to grow more adaptive leaves, end quote. Cacti don't hold water as well as other plants. Since the environment is not hot and dry, prickly pear was forced to grow more modified versions of leaves. Their spines helped them to, quote, conserve water to help maintain homeostasis, end quote. Once the cacti runs out of conserved water, they will die. Cacti, like most plants, needs water to survive in any environment. As for the bighorn sheep, they had to change their eating habits. They usually eat small patches of grass, quote, but now I have to eat cacti, end quote. However, cacti are dying off due to lack of water. Bighorn sheep can survive up to 15 days without getting any water. Quote, our bodies are weakening and we are unable to hold up the strength needed to survive, end quote. The sheep need to move to new areas to survive. Eventually, we did find lucky organisms. Micrococcus. They can bury deep in the desert soil and dry out until they have, quote, around 1 to 2% of water in their system, end quote. They don't need a lot to live, so they can maintain homeostasis on very little. During the tornado, the micrococcus, quote, dug down deeper into the ground and waited until the storm was over, end quote. Lichen, however, has been having a hard time. Quote, the tornado caused some of us to move to different regions because we are very dry and brittle in our environment, end quote. The easy part is reproduction. Lichens are asexual, therefore they grow arm-like growths and separate and form new lichen. As for the trichonympha algae, they follow the theory of endosymbiosis, meaning they live off others. For example, quote, my kind lives in the intestines of termites, end quote. They eat cellulose from wood and plants. However, termites cannot find a lot of wood to eat. Since they can't eat either, neither can the trichonympha. Lastly, Lokiarchaea ota has something to say about these disasters. The weather has been fantastic for these archaea bacteria. Quote, we are built to withstand extreme changes and heat. They can collect and conserve water in their systems to maintain homeostasis. What helps them greatly is the fact that they are chemoheterotrophic.